out of here. All right. They love me. The Mexican people love me.
नमस्कार, स्वागत है आपका हमारी इस खास पेशकश में। जैसे कि आप जानते हैं, इस समय हिलरी वर्सेस ट्रंप ये डिबेट उफान पर है और यूएस में वोट डाले जा रहे हैं और साथ ही गिनती भी शुरू हुई है। कुछ कुछ जगह पर ट्रंप लीड कर रहे हैं, कुछ कुछ जगह पर हिलरी लीड कर रही है। लेकिन इन सब के बीच हमारे साथ एक बहुत ही खास मेहमान इस समय मौजूद हैं, एक ऐसी हस्ती जिसने यूएस में सोशल मीडिया पर धूम मचाई हुई है, और वो तो ठीक, साथ साथ सारे ही टेलीविजन नेटवर्क्स पर इस समय वो छाए हुए हैं, और वो है दुनिया भर में सबसे मशहूर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप के इम्पर्सनेटर जॉन डी डोमेनिको। हमारे साथ इंडियन टेलीविजन पर पहली बार जॉन इस समय लाइव जुड़ रहे हैं, जो कि यूएस में इस समय धूम मचाए हुए हैं। जॉन, थैंक्स फॉर जॉइनिंग अस। इट्स अ प्लेजर हैविंग यू on India's largest news network.
Absolutely amazing. I have to thank you so much for having me. I love the Indian people. Fantastic people, really.
All right. So, John, let me start with the first and the most obvious question. That you know, when it comes to Mr. Trump, and you have been all over the social media, you have been all over the US networks, people love him or people hate him, but there is no way people can ignore Trump, and the same goes for you.
Right, yeah. He's unignorable. You either love him or hate him. That's pretty much it. And that's how he is. He's very black and white.
But so, John, you have been following him for some time. Now tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. What is so different about the presidential elections this time? Because the debate has hit an all-time high, then followed by all-time low. The kind of charges that were exchanged between both the candidates, and you have been following it quite closely. So let me start with Mr. Trump's biggest polling card, I would say, or his Trump card, about the migrants in US. What's your take on that? The
well,
Mexicans.
You know what? Go ahead. Well, here's the thing. He's scratched the surface of how America is, and he's kind of tapped into a lot of frustrations of a good portion of the population. Yeah. So a lot of the stuff he's saying is counter to how the Constitution is set up, but people are frustrated and they don't know what to do. So when he's able to kind of zero in on those things, people react to it, and it's very emotional and it's very visceral.
So do you think that will convert in votes for him?
Say that again?
Do you think that will convert in votes for him? Will people go ahead and vote for him?
Oh, yeah. I think people are going to vote for him in very large numbers. I've been on the road now over 15 months, and I've been in fact, I was in New York all day on Saturday shooting a whole bunch of stuff. And we literally, and I'm not saying this is a joke, we literally couldn't find any Hillary supporters. We kept running into Trump supporters. Now, obviously, I'm dressed as Trump, but we were really surprised by just the overall number of people that were for Trump.
So, John, there are some early exit polls which are coming in, especially the ones that we picked up from wire services like Reuters and Bloomberg, and they are not indicating a clear-cut lead for Trump. If you were to impersonate Trump at this point in time, what would be your message to Americans?
I would say get out there and vote. It's going to be a landslide if you get out there and vote. Right now it's rigged. We have to overcome this rigged system. Okay? Go vote. Go vote Trump.
But if it's a landslide, and like you say, it's going to be a landslide, or like Mr. Trump claims it's going to be a landslide, then why do you think these mixed polls are coming out?
I really, in all honesty, I think it is actually very divided. There's what's happening is you're seeing this division in America, kind of old school America, that really wants to go back to how things were at a different point in time, and kind of new school America with a much more larger immigrant population, which it always has been. America's always been a place for immigrants to come to. My family is half Italian and half Irish, and they came at the turn of the century. So the population's always evolving, but the people, there's a group of people there that are frustrated about all the change in this country and how things are globally and how they feel that America is falling behind. And that's going back to what I was saying before. That's what Donald Trump is really tapping into, that frustration. And it's less about policy and it's more about feeling. And he's able to tap into those feelings. And that's why you see such energy at his rallies and things like that. So it's not, an intellectual thing like here's the policy that we need to execute for, ISIS or whatever. It's more about, hey, we're being screwed. We're being left behind. And that gets people riled up and gets them energized.
So, John, now what I'm going to do is let me do a small gimmick for our Indian audience. All right. Okay. So I'm going to ask you some questions and you have to impersonate Donald Trump and answer them as the Trump would answer. Are you game for that?
Fantastic. I love that idea. That's an absolutely amazing. I'm glad I thought of it. That's a great idea.
All right, John. So let me start with my first question.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you think America is standing at the place where it should be in the global pecking order at this point under the leadership of Mr. Obama in his last 2 terms? Or
no, Obama has ruined the country. He set America back 100 years. And under a Trump presidency, we will make America great again. It'll be absolutely fantastic. China is killing us. They're absolutely killing us. Japan and the Mexican, we're being overrun with Mexicans. So we're going to fix this under a Trump presidency. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Believe me.
John, how do you plan to do that? Or Mr. Trump, how do you plan to do that?
By making it fantastic. I have a tremendous plan. I have an amazing plan. It's going to be absolutely... I'm not going to tell you. You know why? If I tell you, crooked Hillary is going to steal it. So wait till I'm president and then I'll do it. But don't ask me how I'm going to do it because it's going to be tremendous. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be incredible. But I'm not giving it away because it's my idea. It's my idea. It's a great idea. Everything I do is absolutely amazing.
So you mean to say that that's going to be your Trump card?
That's my Trump card. You see that? I'm a billionaire. I'm very, very smart. I have a tremendous business, tremendous family. Everyone loves me. And you let me get in there and I'll fix everything. We're going to have fantastic military. I love the military. No one's more militaristic than me. And we're going to build the military up. We're going to take care of our vets. We're going to fix the inner cities. We're going to cut taxes. It's going to be tremendous. Believe me. Believe me.
All right. So, in that case, and since you mentioned that you love military, now tell me one thing. People are quite scared when you say that you love military because there are so many people suddenly who seem to love military. So there is you who is in love with military. There is Mr. Putin in Russia who loves military. The Chinese leadership loves military. The ISIS loves the anti-military tactics. What's your view on that? Suddenly we have so many military lovers.
Well, I have to tell you, Putin and I are going to be fantastic friends, and we're going to we're going to govern the world together. It's going to be really, really great, and we're going to wipe ISIS out. We're going to wipe them out. I have a tremendous plan just to bomb ISIS back into the Stone Age. They won't even know what happened. It'll be incredible. Believe me.
Have you shared your plan with Mr. Putin?
Right. Vlad and I are very close. We're good friends.
So have you shared your plan with him?
I haven't met him yet. I like him. He likes me. He says very, very nice things about me. And I like when people say nice things about me. If you say unnice things about me, I will come at you so hard, you won't know what happened.
So are you threatening people who say unpleasant things about you or about America?
Oh, yes. Have you seen my tweets? I tweet all the time. I threaten everybody. I just threaten people. I love to threaten people because people who don't like me are bad people and they have to be gotten rid of, especially crooked Hillary Clinton, who's going to ruin this country if she becomes the president. And there are going to be riots if I don't win, but they're going to be fantastic riots. They're going to be Trump riots, really amazing riots, I have to tell you. We do the best riots.
So can you tell us a bit about the party that you have planned once the counting is over?
The party?
Yeah.
It's going to be an amazing...
Who's on the invitation list?
What's that?
Who's on the invitation list?
Oh, all the big stars, everyone who is on the Celebrity Apprentice is going to be on my list. You're going to have we're going to have Chachi. We're going to have Jose Canseco. We're going to have Gary Busey. We're going to have LaToya Jackson. We're going to have the guy Bret Michaels from Poison. Really, really big stars. All the stars from the Celebrity Apprentice. These are really talented people, I have to tell you. Hillary's got Bruce Springsteen and Bon Jovi and Beyonce and Jay. They're terrible people. Terrible people. I don't like any of their music. All right? I want to tell you that. My guys, tremendous. Absolutely tremendous.
Mm-hmm. John, now the thing is, a lot of people do believe that under Mr. Obama, the equation between countries like India and US reached next level. And you know about the friendship that Mr. Modi, the Indian Prime Minister, shares with Mr. Obama. How are you going to take it forward?
Well, I have to tell you that I love the Indian people. We're going to have a tremendous relationship. Indians are so smart. Your doctors, your lawyers, your engineers. It's really going to be incredible. But no outsourcing to India. No. We're going to bring those jobs back, and we're going to make America great again. It's really going to be phenomenal. And you're going to love it too.
But people are not going to like that back home in India. When you say that you are going to stop outsourcing.
No, we're going to stop. It's got to stop. All that money has to come back to America because that's how we're going to make America great again. No outsourcing to anywhere. And we're going to get rid of the illegal Mexicans. I'm putting up a 2,000-mile wall, 55 feet high. And you know what? It's going to be tremendous. It's going to be the Trump wall. And we are going to put a Trump hotel on top. And all the windows are going to face the American side, side. And on the Mexican side, it's going to say over and over again in English, you've been trumped, suckers. It's going to be incredible.
What will happen to all the drug lovers and drug addicts of US if you close the Mexican border?
Well, they're all going to go into withdrawal, but then we're going to make them better. They're going to feel so much better, and then we're going to make them productive citizens. It's going to be great, believe me. And then we're going to make our own drugs here, and then we're going to make a lot of money. Because all that stuff should be legalized so we can tax it and make money on it.
Mm-hmm. What's your plan, or I would say, what's your view on the Pakistan?
Oh, Pakistan, I have to tell you, Pakistan is a place that's over there in another part of the world, and we have to take care of them because it's so important about Pakistan and what is going on there, believe me.
So how do you plan to correct them or rectify them? Because they don't seem to learn with all the harsh words that Mr. Obama has been dishing out.
Well, obviously, Obama is weak. He's weak. They'll listen to me because I'm fantastic and I'm a leader. The Pakistanis will listen to me. And if they don't, I will be very, very angry. And they don't want to see me angry. Because I will make it rain over there, if you know what I mean.
No, I know what you mean. So what is your list? Who are the other people or which are the other countries who are going to be scared of you or who don't want to see you unhappy or angry?
Well, everyone's going to be scared of me. That's the best way to operate. That's how I operate in business. If every single person is scared of you, you get good deals. You get good deals that way. And I'm a deal maker. I'm an incredible deal maker. So even Canada's going to be scared of me, if you know what I'm saying. They're going to be scared. I'm going to be like, they're going to be like, oh, who is this guy? He's amazing. But don't worry, because when people are scared of you, they respect you. So any country that's causing us any problems at all, you know what I mean, big or small, they are going to respect me because they are going to be scared. And that means you're going to respect America. And we have 900 bases around the world. So I think I'll be able to impose my fear around the world and make it possible for America to be respected again. Because right now it's not. And I am going to make America great again. And it's going to be phenomenal.
All right. Now, Mr. Trump,
yes,
or John, tell me one thing.
Yes.
Like you said, like you said that you're gonna stop the outsourcing to India and any other country where the currently American entrepreneurs are outsourcing their jobs. Now in return, if a country like India was to stand up and say that, okay, fine, you don't outsource jobs to us or you don't outsource your work to us, we will not buy weapons from you. What happens to the American weapons industry?
I don't think that's going to happen. We make the best weapons, tremendous weapons, incredible weapons. Nobody else makes weapons like we make weapons.
But you know, Russia, China, Israel, all of them are knocking on the Indian doors.
China makes crap. Don't buy from China. Horrible people. It's probably made of lead paint or something. Don't buy from China. Terrible, terrible people. Buy from us. We make the best. We make the best weapons. Unbelievable bombs. Unbelievable bombs. Incredible planes, machine guns. Whatever you need, we have it. It's really tremendous.
So you're not scared of Chinese weapons?
No, they break all the time. They're made of plastic. They're terrible weapons. Really, they're crap. I have to tell you, they're crap weapons.
So then why do you think Mr. Obama could not flex his muscles and maybe push his way out of the South China Sea controversy?
Because I think we owe them like $9 trillion, which is his fault. He ruined everything, that Obama guy. I'm going to make incredible deals with China. China is killing us. They're absolutely killing us in trade. Bad deals. I'm going to throw away every single deal and renegotiate everything. And that way we'll be on a level playing field. And when they do that stuff in the South China Seas, I will flex the military might of the U.S. military, and it'll be tremendous. The armed forces are going to really be in a much better position with China. By the way, China's killing us. Did I mention that? They're absolutely killing us in trade.
So what's your view on the friendship between Russia and China? Because Mr. Putin is in love with you, but he seems to be equally following the China.
Well, you know what? I think once I'm president, I think we're going to really be getting along famously. And I don't even think he likes the Chinese. I think he's pretending to like the Chinese. You know what I mean? I'm a much better looking world leader than the Chinese guy, if you know what I'm saying. I'm much better looking. I'm much more entertaining. I'm a celebrity, and I don't think the Chinese guy's a celebrity. I'm a huge celebrity, and leaders love celebrities, and I'm a leader, so you get the double bonus with me. Leader and celebrity. That's fantastic. That's a deal. That's a deal.
All right. Now tell me one thing. What's your take on the FBI giving clean chit to Hillary right before the polling?
I think that's so rigged and so terrible that Comey should be fired. If I was leading the country right now, I'd say, Comey, you're fired. Because I think that was terrible. It was terrible that he gave her a clean bill of health one day before the election. Terrible, terrible move. And it just shows you how corrupt the system is in this country. I can't get a break. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
You mentioned word corruption, but a lot of people, including Hillary, seems to have this grudge and charge against you that you promote corruption as a businessman.
Me, corruption? Listen, I'm a smart everything I did was legal. I haven't broke any laws whatsoever. Just because I haven't paid my taxes in 20 years doesn't mean I haven't done anything illegal. Everything I've done is 100% legal. And if it isn't, come get me. You know what? They can't, because everything I did was illegal. It was legal and above board.
What's your take about all this, scandals popping up right before the polling? The past 4-6 weeks have been really bad, and you seem to have all the girls popping up from all corners of the world saying that you tried hitting on them and things like that.
Well, you know what? I'm a celebrity. I'm very famous. I'm very handsome. As you can tell, I'm a very good-looking man. And women throw themselves at me constantly. And I say, no, I'm happily married. I don't want to be with you. I already am married to a supermodel, well, former supermodel, but she's a supermodel. And these women, and when I rebuff them, they get very upset and they spread these lies, I tell you. And some of these women are not attractive. And if I were to do anything, I would only be with a 10 or better, if you know what I mean, like a 10, like a really hot chick. These are not hot chicks. Some of these women are old and unattractive. I'd only be with young and attractive women, if you know what I'm saying.
But you know, John, you are also termed as a predator when it comes to women.
Well, you know what? I don't think that's a good term for me. I love women. I cherish women. I've married 3 of them. I think that tells you how much I love women. I own 2 beauty pageants, right? 2 beauty pageants. And I think that just shows how much I love and respect women. And I will be the greatest president for women, not just in the United States, but in the entire world, because I appreciate a hot woman more than anybody else. I have to tell you, hot-looking young women. No one loves a hot-looking young woman like I do.
What's your take? India, a couple of weeks back, India went ahead and gave a befitting reply to Pakistan by conducting surgical strikes across the border, and they killed few militants also, killed few Pakistani army jawans also, and basically the whole network which supports the terrorist activities in India, they went ahead and bombed it. What's your take on that?
Well, I think surgical strikes are so important because Indians make such incredible doctors, and I'm sure they did a fantastic job on the surgery in those surgical strikes. Really, really smart people. And I think that's great that they did it surgically. And to have doctors in your military, so important. Really, really important. You people are so smart, I have to tell you.
So, do you have any plans of any surgical strikes in China or ISIS or Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq?
Let me tell you something. I'm so glad you asked that question. We are going to just surgically strike the crap out of ISIS. ISIS, terrible people, bad hombres. But what we're going to do is we're not going to tell anybody. We're not going to tell anybody because the biggest problem right now in this country is we tell everybody everything before we do it. We tell the troop movements. We say when we're going in. We say when we're leaving. Not anymore. Not under a Trump presidency. You're going to be surprised. You're going to wake up and Mosul will be taken back. Major shit, Baghdad, all these things. Everything will be done super secret. We won't let anyone know anything until it's over. We'll have a fantastic victory party and everyone's going to love it because it'll be so great.
But Wall Street doesn't seem to be impressed by you. Wall Street always starts feeling jitters the moment they feel that Trump is leading. They start throwing in their towels.
Well, you know why, right? You know why. They don't like unpredictability. But Wall Street does not care about the little guy, about the middle class guy. I'm going to be unpredictable. Wall Street, it might suffer. You know what I mean? But after they see how fantastic everything is, the numbers are going to go like this. And we're going to have more millionaires and billionaires under me than any other president in the history of the world.
So when you, assuming that you get to party once the counting is over and you actually go to Oval Office and you, I would say, conquer the White House.
I like that. Conquer the White. That's good. I like that.
All right. So in your presidential speech, are you going to refer to India and the Indian people, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who seems to have caught fancy of every leader, including Mr. Obama? Is that part of the plan?
Absolutely. I'm going to include them. I'm going to include all the wonderful countries that are our allies. In India, what are you up to now? 10, 12 billion people? That's a lot of people. Let me tell you something. That's a lot of people. So I want to make India happy. I want you to be scared of me, but I want you to be happy at the same time. So I'm definitely going to mention India because the Indian people in the United States are the most hardworking, smartest people. And I think that's very, very important. And some of your Bollywood actresses are absolutely phenomenal. Beautiful, beautiful women, I have to tell you.
So you don't mind couple of these, from the billions that we have on our land, you don't mind some of them staying on your homeland?
No, not at all. As long as you're here legally. That's the thing. Legally is very important. Very, very important. You know what I mean? If your visa runs out, you got to go. Unless you're really hot. If you're really, really hot and attractive, you can stay. But you have to talk to me personally, and then I'll let you stay.
All right. So now, all right, John. So this was really funny, and I really appreciate that you took out time. But tell me one thing, as a person, this was really entertaining. I must say that. And now I clearly understand why you are a rage in US.
This is 12 years of work coming all together in this interview.
But tell me one thing. Now I'm asking you a final question. personally, all right?
Personally.
I'm not going to ask you whom did you vote for. That's not legal. But personally, who do you think is the need of the hour as far as the US economy, the US superpower position globally is concerned at this point? Whose leadership is better for America, the Democrats or the Republicans?
Oh boy, that's, it's obviously half the country thinks it's one thing and half the country thinks it's something else. I think, the best thing is to have an opposition president in power and to have the House and the Senate controlled by the other party, so you get the checks and balances. At this point, I wouldn't be able to say, if you're going the way the economy is going right now on an upward incline, you'd want to stick with that. People are saying that the growth is slow, so you'd probably want to stick with the continued growth as opposed to changing everything up right now.
All right. John, it's been really a pleasure having you.
It's been fantastic.
On my channel.
It's absolutely incredible. I have to tell
you. You were just reaching out with all your gimmicks and eccentrics. You were reaching to more than 150 countries and more than 100 million viewers of Indian origin. So it's a pleasure, and thank you so much on their behalf. Thank you so much on the behalf of Z family, the SL family. And I think I'm going to speak to you once the results are out. I'm going to connect with you again, and then we'll take a relook at what happens. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. तो ये थी हमारी खास पेशकश. हालांकि ये एक गिमिक था, क्योंकि जॉन डी डोमिनिको जो हैं वो बतौर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप बनकर पूरे यूएस में पिछले 15 महीनों से घूम रहे हैं, उनकी पैरोडी कर रहे हैं, जो कि शायद और किसी देश में देखने को नहीं मिलता है. तो ये हमारी एक कोशिश थी उस बंदे से आपको रूबरू कराने की जिसकी किस्मत की चाबी इस समय बैलेट बॉक्स में बंद है.